Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the match here on WWE 2K25. This one is a 30-man gauntlet match featuring 30 people we have never seen before in SWE. 2 people will start in the ring. Every 30 seconds, another will enter, up until we have 8 in the ring at once, of course. So, elimination occurs by pinfall or submission, and the match continues till one person remains. It's going to be interesting, this. We've got some mainly older people. Let's not lie. We've got some old WCW, some old WWF. We've got some... We have got some current day people in there, some TNA people. There's a bit of a mix of everything, really. Hopefully we can find something for everyone. And starting off then, we have got not the best core in this one. I was hoping this guy weren't going to get an entrance, to be honest. But this is Cody Deaner. We haven't seen him so far in the Universe mode. He is a TNA current day wrestler. I think he's currently wrestling as, is it the Hometown Man or something like that at the moment? But we have never used him before. He's actually quite a talented wrestler, and TNA, in my opinion, aren't really using him very well, which is what they've done a lot of the times in the past, to be honest with you. Number 2. Oh, it's Raph. I like Raph. Is it Bryan Adams? Nope, I got this wrong last time, didn't I? It's not Bryan Adams. Who is it? Bryan Adams is a singer, isn't it? Who is Raph? Raph is wrestler Brian Clark. That's not Bryan Adams. Brian Clark. We haven't used either. I like this guy. I had this wrestling figure when I was younger as well, which is pretty cool. This guy wrestled AWA, WCW, UWF, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, WWF again. He did Independent Circuit, WCW again, part of Chronic as well. He was interesting. He really was. Oh, he's still going as well. Nice. Why? He retired in 2003, but, I mean, he's still alive is what I mean by that. It's not very often you get these random wrestlers that were around in the 80s that you look on the Wikipedia and they're still going, but there you go. Here he is then, Raph. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Again, one of the wrestling figures I had when I was younger. I had the WCW version. I think it was this attire as well, which was pretty cool. There we go. That's our number 1, number 2. It's a pretty good core as well, actually, for Raph. Cody Deaner core, not great, to be honest with you. But he goes straight in with a big bicycle kick. So yeah, 30 men in this match. None of them have wrestled for us before. We may have seen them in a slightly different iteration, may I say. I think there's one that I'm aware of that we have seen wrestle before, but he wrestled as a different character. And normally, if it's just a different name, we will keep it the same. But this was a completely different gimmick, different character, that sort of stuff. So a bit like Prince Puma and Ricochet, 2 completely separate entities. So number 3 then, about to enter the ring. Who is this going to be? I don't know. Who is it? As Raph now in some control. Oh, it's David Arquette, former WCW champion and actor. It's David Arquette. Wow, okay. Wearing the jacket in the ring, which I think apparently he did. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't remember that, to be honest. I'm not that old. Well, actually, I am, to be fairness, but... As the countdown time begins again, Raph showing some great strength there, but Arquette able to fight free. And now David Arquette going after Cody Deaner. Number 4 is going to be... Who is number 4? Got a bit of a WCW feel at the moment with Arquette and Raph in the ring. Cody Deaner, of course, representing TNA. Number 4 is going to be... Where is he? Oh, it's Lizmark. Lizmark Jr. again, I think, representing WCW, but also potentially... Well, he's got to be AAA or CMLL, hasn't he, surely? Lizmark Jr. There's not a ton about his career on here, but yeah, he's former CMLL wrestler. Also did a bit of work in WCW as part of the Cruiserweight division as well. Also worked AAA. And he goes straight into a pin here on Cody Deaner. Only a 2 count. Number 5 about to enter the ring as well. We're going to keep the WCW theme. Who is that? Oh no, that's a guy on the game. That's Eddie Thorpe. He's on the game. I think he's been released now in real life. But Eddie Thorpe, I thought we had to use him. He's on the game. We had to try and get some use out of him, surely. I don't know much about Eddie Thorpe, to be honest. Now that he's been released, is he doing much? Oh no, I've heard of Carl Fredericks. Is that who Eddie Thorpe was? Carl Fredericks, okay. That's interesting. I've heard of Carl Fredericks. I don't know much about him, don't get me wrong. But I knew the name. I didn't realise that's who Eddie Thorpe was in WWE. Ah, okay. In at number 6 then is Bastion Booger. More of a comedy wrestler than anything else, I suppose. Yeah, I did not realise that Eddie Thorpe was... Is he actually Native American then? I'm assuming he has to be. Surely, if he's not, that's quite offensive to pretend to be Native American. There we go. Fredericks is a Native American and his ring name was reference to athlete and fellow Native American Jim Thorpe. Okay. Fredericks is currently in a relationship with New Zealand professional wrestler Cherie Crowley, better known as Dakota Kai. Okay. As Raph now with a power slam on Eddie Thorpe as in comes... Who is that? That is Kaz Hayashi. That's who that is, again representing WCW Cruiserweights. So no eliminations as of yet. We've got 7 people in the ring. Bastion Booger. This is good fun though. Using 30 people we've never used before is going to really make some good movements towards the ranking system. Eddie Thorpe now with a pin on Kaz Hayashi, only a 2 count. This is number 8 in the ring. So no one's going to enter now until we do get an elimination. Who is number 8 going to be? Oh, it's classical jobber. It's Iron Mike Sharp. Yeah, he was classic old Mr. Sharp, I tell you. Classic enhancement talent. Let's see if that's his job here tonight as well. Raph gets a big elbow in the face by Iron Mike Shark. Iron Mike Shark? Yeah, you know what I mean. Nice German suplex there by Kaz Hayashi on David Arquette. Cody Deaner broke it up for some reason. Lizmark now with a Hurricanrana taking down Arquette. Hooks the legs for the 1. Only a 1 count. Oh, Lizmark there with the... No, it wasn't Lizmark. Kaz Hayashi with the kick into the face of Cody Deaner. Raph and Iron Mike Shark now on the outside. I keep saying Shark. Iron Mike Shark. The tongue twist, that's what it is. Cody Deaner with a pin on Eddie Thorpe. Only a 2 count. Raph with a big slam on Bastion Booger. Lizmark now sending Deaner into the corner. Dumps into the outside. Springboards off with a drop kick. Roll up there by Eddie Thorpe on David Arquette for the 1 count only. Kaz Hayashi now. Takedown. Lizmark is doing well here in the ring against Eddie Thorpe. Yeah, I just didn't realise this was Carl Fredericks, you know. Won the Young Lion Cup in New Japan in 2019. That's really surprised me, that one. I'm sure he was part of a... Is he part of a tag team? Doesn't say anything about it. And there we go. Eddie Thorpe has been released. He's been eliminated by Lizmark. Lizmark now taking Iron Mike Sharp up into the powerbomb. There's the pin again. Lizmark trying to double his numbers here. Pin here by David Arquette on Kaz Hayashi's not enough. Lizmark gets backbreakered by Bastion Booger. Pin now by Cody Deaner on Mike Sharp. Only a 2 count. We should be seeing the entrance of number 9 soon. And there is a pin. That is Raph eliminating Kaz Hayashi. And then there was 6. Raph gets his first elimination. Pin now by Mike Sharp on Raph. Only a 2 count. Lizmark now. Nice powerbomb on David Arquette. Only a 2 count as well. Bastion Booger, big strike on Mike Sharp. Lizmark, lovely rolling heel kick. There's the pin now on Cody Deaner. Only a 2 count. Waiting for the next entrant. Here we go. Okay, I was getting worried there for a second. We haven't seen the timer start for a while. Raph with a big power slam on Bastion Booger. Mike Sharp has been quite impressive, actually. I must admit. Sidewalk slam there by Mike Sharp on Raph. As I didn't see that was coming down the ramp. Someone's coming down. Arquette with a DDT. Bastion Booger. That looks... That's David Flair. Okay, that's one of Ric Flair's sons, David Flair, wrestled in WCW for a while alongside Crowbar and Daphne. And now he's here in SWE. I think he's involved in the hardcore division, actually, so we could utilise that at some point. David Flair now swoop slam on Cody Dean. And there's a slap in the face by David Arquette on David Flair. Bastion Booger got slammed. We are awaiting the entrance of number 10. Oh, it's Peter Maivia. We've not used him yet. He's unlocked as part of the showcase. First time we are utilised him, so I don't know a lot about him, to be honest. Nice backdrop. Some interesting tattoos. Very much his lower body tattooed. You don't often see so much bodies, so much of the lower body tattooed with nothing on the top, do you, really? Mike Sharp taking Arquette up and slams him down with the power bomb. There's the pin for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Arquette is gone, eliminated by Mike Sharp. Pin now by Lismark on Bastion Booger, only a 2 count. Raph taking down Mike Sharp. Now Raph with a pump handle on David Flair, up on the shoulder. There's the pump handle slam on David Flair by Raph. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Lismark now going after Raph. The power of Raph. The wrath of Raph. Able to throw him over his shoulder. Mike Sharp there. Stiff clothesline taking down Bastion Booger. Raph, I think, flattened several people there. Cody Deaner with a pin on David Flair. Only a 2 count. Yeah, the Cody Deaner core is not ideal. It's okay. You can tell who it is. The attire is pretty decent. Oh, look at the headbutts there by Peter Maivia. Wow. There is the pin for the 1. Who are we counting here? The 2's all round by the looks of it. As Raph now with a pump handle up on Bastion Booger. Takes him down. There's the pin. That could be the end of the Booger. It was only a 2 count. Okay, David Flair got a 1 count on Peter Maivia. Can you imagine David Flair eliminating Peter Maivia? Raph is just pump handle power slamming everybody. Deaner able to reverse it as we await the entrance of number 11. Deaner now with a pin on Lismark. Only a 2 count. Bastion Booger with the slam. Number 11 is Marty Jannetty. Never seen Marty Jannetty before, which is interesting, isn't it? That's mainly because when we've done tag team matches in the past, I've always done Shawn Michaels with Triple H as part of DX. I've never utilised the Rockers, which is a shame because they were a very good tag team, and a tag team I'd like to utilise more of. Mike Sharp eliminated by Cody Deaner. Jannetty flattened. Oh, Raph though with a kendo stick right across Jannetty. David Flair looking to take up Deaner. Lismark dropping the leg on the inside of the knee of Peter Maivia. Pin here by David Flair on Cody Deaner. Only a 2 count. Deaner, of course, entered number 1. Raph at number 2. And Raph's been the one so far who's been impressive. He's only got 1 elimination so far, though. Nice Samoan drop there by Peter Maivia. Went for the backdrop. Jannetty jumped out of it. There's a strike on Mighty Jannetty with a Famehouser. Cody Deaner with a spear on David Flair. I think that was just a 2 count there. It looked like a 3, but I think it was just a 2. It's all action, isn't it? All freaking action. Bastion Booger with a power slam himself on Raph. Raph smarted the roll to the outside. Booger. Bastion Booger's supposed to be like a comedy character, but he's been so effective so far in this match. Lismark now with a pin on David Flair. Only a 2 count. We've got somebody else now coming down the ramp. I've got no idea. Who the hell is that? Okay, this is someone I don't know of, but I did Google because it popped up. This is a guy called the Cuban Assassin. The Cuban Assassin, known as Angel Acevedo, wrestled for Championship Wrestling in Florida. Lismark with a pin down Bastion Booger. Only a 2 count. Wrestled in Stampede as well. AGPW, Atlantic Grand Prix Wrestling. He wrestled in quite a few places. World Wrestling Council. NWA. What was his most successful time? He teamed up with Wayne Ferris. He teamed up with the Honky Tonk Man. Wow, okay. The Cuban Assassin teamed up with the Honky Tonk Man to form the very successful and heated tag team. The two defeated Ben Basarab and Chris Benoit to win the Stampede Tag Team Championships in 1986. Chris Benoit was wrestling in 1986. It's insane when you think about it, isn't it, really? Also defeated Brian Pillman and Bruce Hart. Okay. Well, that's an interesting tag team we could use. So that is that Cuban Assassin. Never really heard of him before, to be honest. Mainly tag team wrestler by the looks of it. Lots of tag team championships. No singles belts? No, all tag team belts. Just lots of very different tag teams around. No one really... Jerry Morrow, maybe, was someone he teamed with a few times. I don't know who Jerry Morrow is. Jerry Morrow, otherwise known as... That was his name, okay. So yeah, a bit of a random one. He just looked a bit cool and I thought we'd give him a go. Dina now with a pin on Lismark, only a 2 count. I'm sure other people might know some of these guys better than I do. I'm sure Omega, there's going to be a few people that pop up you're aware of. Oh, and a bit of a sound glitch there. DDT by the Cuban Assassin on the outside. Lismark now tripping over Raph. I mean, we're up to number 12 now, so still 18 people to enter this match is insane, isn't it? I've put far too many videos of myself this weekend. I mean, this is the 3rd match of the day. We've still got another one of these gauntlet matches for the women and a 7-match pay-per-view to come. It's insane. What am I doing to myself? Jannetty now with a pin on Dina. Marty Jannetty eliminates Cody Dina. Dina had been in since number 1. It was expected he was going to get knocked out soon. Bastion Booger flattens Jannetty. Raph tries to flatten Peter Maivia. The Cuban Assassin able to kick out. Bastion Booger now with a pin on Lismark. Bastion Booger got an elimination. That's not what I expected to happen today. There we go. Bastion Booger with the elimination of Lismark. Raph with that stiff clothesline. Nice backbreaker there by Peter Maivia on Raph. There's the pin for the 1. No. Nothing. Okay. So with 2 eliminations, we have cleared some space in the ring for more people to come in. The Cuban Assassin now taking David Flair up in with a sit-out pile driver. There's the pin. I think it was broken up by Bastion Booger before it began. Don't know why. Is Bastion Booger wanting the eliminations himself? He's already got 1. Is he thinking world title push here, Bastion Booger? Jannetty with a boot right in the face of the Cuban Assassin. There's the pin. The countdown begins for the next entry to be number 13. 3, 2, 1. Jannetty with a Famehouser on Bastion Booger. There's the pin for the 1, 2, and 3. And Marty Jannetty gets his second elimination. Who's that coming down the ramp? That is, I can tell what that is because I knew he was in this match, obviously. That is Lash LaRue. Somebody many won't have heard of, I would imagine, but it's just a name that I remember briefly from watching WCW Cruiserweight Wrestling. Lash LaRue was in and around for a while. Not the most well-established name, but an interesting one nonetheless. David Flair working over Mike Jannetty inside the ring. Well, that was a bit of a funky camera work. God knows what happened there. Who is that, though? That looks to me like Gary Albright. Great maneuvers being shown. Backslide now by Jannetty on Peter Maivia. Gary Albright is in the ring. He's a big fellow, old Albright, isn't he? And you see him work and deal with Peter Maivia. I'm sure Gary Albright is part of the family, you know. This is going to be crazy me saying this now. I'm going to have to Google it. I'm sure Gary Albright married into the Anoa'i family. Am I right there, or am I going absolutely mad? Gary Albright. I'm sure he is married into the Anoa'i. Yeah, there you go. Married into the Anoa'i family by marriage. Gary Albright married the daughter of Afa, Monica Anoa'i. See, I'm not going mad then. Gary Albright is brothers-in-law of Samu and Manu, LA Smooth. So Gary Albright and Peter Maivia, good pals, you know. It's in the family. Peter Maivia now working over Lash LaRue. LaRue fights back. It's actually a pretty good Lash LaRue call, you know. There's one guy who's making a lot of WCW stuff, and it's really good work. Peter Maivia now with a pin on the Cuban Assassin. Going there for a 2 count. Oh, okay. So Rosie's in as well, is he? Rosie's number 15. I wasn't paying attention. I think Jannetty just eliminated Lash LaRue. He did, you know, didn't he? I'm going to mark that as a double check, but I think Lash LaRue was just eliminated by Marty Jannetty, which if that is the case, I'm going to put a star next to double check it. If that's the case, Marty Jannetty's got 3 eliminations in this match so far, which is insane. Raph also entered at number 1, or number 2 even, and is still in the match. I might have cursed him there. Peter Maivia with a pin on David Flair. David Flair is gone by Peter Maivia. So we have Rosie and Jamal in this match. Again, as I said earlier on, these are all debutantes apart from a few who are maybe have wrestled in a different iteration. So Rosie and Jamal are part of 3-minute warning. And I don't know for sure or not, but I'm keeping Rosie and Jamal separate from Umaga. Jamal was Umaga, but I want to keep that completely separate because I don't think they ever really mentioned Jamal's time as Umaga in story. And that's what I always go by. If it's openly spoke about that it's the same person, then that's fine. We'll treat it as the same person in the ranking system. If it's sort of separated and not spoken about, it's a bit like Albert and Lord Tensai. Nobody mentioned about Prince Albert and Lord Tensai being the same person. Therefore, we treat them as 2 different characters. Jannetty now with a pin on the Cuban Assassin. Oh my God, Marty Jannetty is having an absolute match and a half here. That's his 4th elimination, potentially. I think Marty Jannetty's got to get himself in the Cruiserweight Championship picture after this. Raph now with a pin on Rosie. Only a 1 count. Peter Maivia working over Gary Albright. This then is Ivan Putski at number 16. Maivia working over Raf in the corner. Putski comes straight in. Tries to eliminate Rosie. Not getting it. Marty Jannetty eliminate 4 freaking people is crazy. I mean, all the people in this match that I thought was going to excel, Marty Jannetty was not the one that I really thought of. He's going for it again though, Jannetty. No way. Okay. Alright, so we have another entrant coming in. This is number 17 now. Jannetty now with a pin on Raf. He's been in for a long time as well. He's got it again. It's Tyson Tonko. Jannetty just gets his 5th elimination, by the way, just casually. Tyson Tonko is number 17. I know Tonko mainly from his time in TNA as part of Christian's stable. Interesting character, though. Good call, this one as well, actually. Why is Marty Jannetty so freaking good? He's got 5 eliminations. He's trying for a 6th here. Yeah, I feel like Jannetty's going to have to get smart off the back of this. I don't think he's going to win it from this point, don't get me wrong, but I think his performance so far, he's got to get some sort of reward. Either the Cruiserweight or we give him a tag team match with Shawn Michaels, I don't know. Rosie with a big headbutt. Tomko coming after Rosie now, though. Look at the strength as we wait the entrance of number 18. Ivan Putski with a pin now on Rosie. Referee's not counting there. He's finally counting now. Rosie's gone. Eliminated by Putski. Number 18 is walking down the ramp. That is Zachary Wentz. One part of the Rascals. Never been used so far in our Universe mode. Today's his chance. A bit of a different style to the majority of people in the ring. Might work well with Marty Jannetty, actually. Jannetty boot right into the face of Zachary Wentz as we await the entrance now of number 19. Look at Jannetty now locking a figure 4 leg lock on Zachary Wentz. Stiff takedown there by Ivan Putski. There's the pin on Tomko. It's Yuji Nagata at number 19. Blue Justice himself. Gary Albright now taking up Marty Jannetty. Jannetty fighting. What is up with Marty Jannetty? What's he been taking? What is Jannetty taking? Oh, DDT. Well, Jannetty's just smartly just working on whoever's been the match for the longest. Problem is now is that the answer to that question is between him and Peter Maivia. I love it. Yuji Nagata's just casually out there just doing crab impressions for the entire time. He's not involved in the wrestling. He just wants to be a crab. Right then, the countdown now to number 20 in this match. That's Bruce Hart. Okay. The father of Brett and Owen. Bruce, is it the father? I hope it is now. I'm going to feel like a bit of an idiot if it's not. Bruce Hart. Bruce Hart. He is... family. Maybe not. Bruce has 5 children. Oh, there we go. There's a family tree. Okay, so we just got eliminated. I didn't see who it was. I was not paying attention. Right. No, yeah, I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. This is not a very good. Tomko's the one who's been eliminated. I didn't see who did it. We'll figure it out. Jannetty now with a pin on. Oh my fucking god, Jannetty, what are you doing? He's eliminated another one. Okay. Who is this? Bruce Hart. I'm confused now. There's the uppercut. Doesn't say. Does anyone know? Is he the brother of Brett? Am I being stupid here? I thought Bruce Hart was the dad. No, Stu Hart's the dad. Don't do it again. Surely not Jannetty. Surely. What is up with... What is Jannetty smoking here? He's too bloody effective. I need a family tree. There we go. There's a family tree. That's better. So Bruce Hart is Owen Hart and Bret Hart's brother. Okay. Okay, he's not as good as I thought he was then. I thought this was the dad. It's not. Okay. But that's Hillbilly Jim, that is. That is Hillbilly Jim. So Bruce Hart is the brother of Bret and Owen. Interesting. We've got a trio of hearts available then, have we now? Right, what have I been messed around then? Hillbilly Jim number 21. Entrance to number 22 is now happening. That is... Oh, it's Steve McMichael. Is it Steve McMichael? It is Steve McMichael. Not the most successful WCW wrestlers, but there you go. So the only elimination I've missed so far then was the elimination of Tomko, which hopefully wasn't by Marty Jannetty like everyone bloody else has been. Yeah, I'm a bit idiot then, aren't I? The submission here, and Bruce Hart has just eliminated Peter Maivia. Which means that Marty Jannetty is now the longest standing person in this match by a few positions. Gary Albright is the next longest reigning person in the match. Zachary Wentz has just slammed Hillbilly Jim's face into the mat. Jannetty's just on one. I don't know what he's up to here, to be honest. Bruce Hart now with the suplex on Steve McMichael. Not enough. Gary Albright is a big lad, isn't he? The Anoa'i family versus the Hart family there. Gary Albright with a powerbomb on Bruce Hart. Here, 2 count. Are we up to 8 again now? I think we might be, you know. Hillbilly Jim, lovely. Hillbilly Jim knocking out a Meteora is insane. Not something I expected to see today. But then he gets Poison Rana as well. Steve McMichael there flattens Zachary Wentz by going after the knee. And Hillbilly Jim with the big boots. There's the pin. Only a 2 count. Hillbilly Jim now with a bear hug on Gary Albright. He fights back. We do have somebody else entering the match. This will be number 23. We're getting there now. Zachary Wentz in with a Panama Sunrise. The Canadian Destroyer from the corner. Doesn't go for the pin though. Slams Albright's face into the mat. There's the pin. I think that's Terry Taylor who's just had a set of steel steps smashed right into his face. Bruce now with a neck breaker on Zachary Wentz before going after the legs of Marty Jannetty. Is Marty going to tap? No. I'll do a triple threat now, don't we? Bret Hart versus Owen Hart versus Bruce Hart. Versus Dean Hart. Was he a wrestler as well? He was. Dean Hart was a wrestler. He did die in 1990. The most handsome of the family, apparently. Oh wow! Fucking hell! He was hit by a bus. Fucking hell! Hillbilly Jim now taking McMichael up. Sometimes I regret Googling this shit, I must admit. McMichael with a pin here on Hillbilly Jim. Only a 2 count. Terry Taylor gets sent over the top by Ivan Putski. I think we're 8 in the ring now, aren't we? So nobody else comes in now until there's elimination. We have 7 left to enter. Marty Jannetty's been in since number 11. Gary Albright since 14. They're the 2 longest standing people in the match. Jannetty's eliminated like 5 or 6 people so far. It's been insane. Wentz, who would have thought that Wentz and Hillbilly Jim would be such a rivalry in this match? Ivan Putski now with a pin on Steve McMichael. Only a 2 count. Lovely big back elbow there by Zachary Wentz on Hillbilly Jim. Terry Taylor with a big knee in the face of Marty Jannetty. There's the pinfall now by Zachary Wentz on Hillbilly Jim. Only a 2 count. Bruce Hart stalking Jannetty. And Bruce Hart now dragon suplex. Bruce Hart's moveset is pretty cool. If this is what Bruce Hart was doing in real life, then he was a pretty decent wrestler. I've not really heard much of him, to be honest. Seems like he did a lot of work. He did WWE. He did a lot of Stampede, obviously. Really? He was part of WWF from 1997 and 2010. Oh, he was a special referee in Brett's match against Vince McMahon. Okay. McMichael now slamming Gary Albright down. Pin now by Putski on Bruce Hart. Only a 2 count. Russian leg sweep by Marty Jannetty. There's the pin. Don't, Marty, please, not another one. Not another one, Marty. Oh my god. He's going to be top of the bloody rankings by the time this finishes. Putski now with a pin. No, that was Terry Taylor has just eliminated Putski. Right, that frees up a space now. That's what we needed. We need to keep it moving. Terry Taylor now going after Zachary Wentz. From whence he came. Jannetty now with a DDT on Bruce Hart. Gary Albright with a dragon suplex on Terry Taylor. McMichael now with a clubbing blow against the back of Albright, who has been in the match for quite some time, since number 14. Jannetty since number 11. Hillbilly Jim with a clubbing blow to the back of Zachary Wentz. Jannetty now. He's going to be so high in the rankings, it's going to be annoying. One match plus like 5 or 6 he's going to be on. It could be even higher at this point. Only a 2 count. Bruce Hart with a pin now on Gary Albright. Only a 2 again. Steve McMichael, tombstone on Marty Jannetty. That could be the end of note. Zachary Wentz goes after. McMichael does go for it now. He's seen his opportunity to get himself a point. And he's got it. Steve McMichael eliminates Marty Jannetty. Jannetty's done okay here. I mean, he's done very well, to be honest. And like I said, maybe an opportunity to get himself in the Cruiserweight Championship picture would be an interesting idea for him. So we've got 2 spaces in the ring now. So space for number 24 and 25 to enter when they finally become ready. It's got to be soon, surely. Well, there you go. Right on time. There's the timer. Terry Taylor now with a pin on Steve McMichael after the Bulldog. Only a 2 count. Bruce Hart now looking for the Dragon Suplex. McMichael with a roll-up on Zachary Wentz. And sends him back from whence he came once again. Steve McMichael with his 2nd elimination of the match. And that's Jamal now. So that is Jamal, who did eventually become Umaga, but because it wasn't really that's why they're taking ages to get the ramp, because the bloody ring steps are there. Okay. Well, at least Wentz has managed to get past him. There's a low blow here by Terry Taylor on Jamal. It would be helpful if somebody moved those ring steps out the way. Apologies for the coughing. My throat is really... I've recorded so much this weekend, my throat is gone. McMichael's just eliminated Hillbilly Jim as well. Hillbilly Jim eliminated by Steve McMichael, who I don't think was that good of a wrestler, but he's got himself 3 eliminations in this match now. Gary Albright there with the Dragon Suplex on Bruce Hart. And he's gone. Bruce Hart eliminated by Albright. There you go, we've had a bit of clearer. Now we're down to 4. And with 6 people left to enter. Jamal with a pin on McMichael, only a 2 count. This is number 5. Oh, got slammed. Who better to enter than Canyon? Who better than Canyon? Chris Canyon, very, very, very underrated wrestler, including by me, because we haven't used him yet. We have used Mortis, which what I was saying earlier on was Canyon under a mask. So it's a different character, therefore they're not the same in the rankings, they are separate. So this is Chris Canyon. Yeah. There's a whole Dark Side of the Ring episode about him as well. It's a bit of a sad state of affairs, to be honest, the way that things happen with him. But he's a very talented wrestler indeed. This then at number 26. An interesting one, this one. This is Hector Guerrero. Hector, let me have a bit of a Google on this one because I don't remember much of him. Okay, Hector Guerrero. Obviously, most will know him as a commentator. Worked NWA, WWF, WCW, and TNA in various iterations. Former champions in NWA, including NWA Heavyweight Champion a few times. In different iterations. Part of NWA, part of Jim Crockett, part of Hollywood Wrestling, Tri-State Wrestling as well. He was all over the place. Several-time tag team champion alongside the likes of Chavo Guerrero Sr. as well. Barry Orton, that's a different guy, isn't it? Won the AWA Southern Tag Team Champions alongside William Regal. So there we go. I don't know where he stands in terms of family, who he's related to, but I'm sure he's part of that family, isn't he? Okay, so Akeem has just entered number 27 as well while I was faffing about. Akeem, proper WWF old style. And we've got to look now. We're getting to that point where we could get a winner. So Hector Guerrero is brothers with both Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero Sr. There you go. So Hector Guerrero is Eddie Guerrero's brother. Could be an interesting tag team, couldn't it? Steve McMichael now. Oh, Terry Taylor got dropped. Canyon being pinned here by Gary Albright. Not enough. How many's in the ring now then? So 2, 4, 6. We've got 8. Okay, so no one's going to enter. We've got 3 people left to enter. And no one's going to come in now till we do get some eliminations. We're at the point where any of these guys could go on to win it. Steve McMichael now looking to go after Albright again. There's the pin, and it's got to be enough, you know. Albright's been in the match for ages. Surely he can't survive this. He doesn't. Steve McMichael, who, as I said, wasn't the most talented wrestler in the world, has ended up getting quite a few eliminations, and that was Terry Taylor eliminating Canyon. That's a shame. I wanted Canyon to do well, to be honest, but there you go. Well, that clears 2 of the 3 spaces we needed to finish this match off. Oh, hang on a minute, no. That's Doug Williams. Number 28's already in. Doug Williams is here. Nice roll through there. So, yeah, 2 people left to enter then. And I know who they both are because I've got a list of who was in this match to remind myself who's who. So I know who the final 2 are going to be. A nice mixer, I can tell you that for a start. Jamal there with a power slam on Hector Guerrero. Akeem lifting Doug Williams up by the face. Doug Williams, of course, English guy, known probably best for his time in TNA. And also getting power driver there by Terry Taylor as well. There's the pin for the 1, 2. Nope, only a 2 count. Only a 1 count, actually. Jamal with the Samoan drop on Hector Guerrero. Jamal now looking for the Rikishi driver. Drops him. There's the pin for the 1, 2, and 3. Terry Taylor eliminated by Jamal. This is number 29. Which one's it going to be? Oh my God. Steve McMichael sort of trying to eliminate Doug Williams. That is Jimmy Valiant. Jimmy Valiant is number 29. Steve McMichael with a pin here on Doug Williams. Oh, Doug's gone. God's sake. Why is Steve McMichael good for some reason? He's not supposed to be. He's crap in real life. He's got 5 eliminations in this freaking match. Him and Marty Jannetty have fucking run this thing. And they're both terrible. I'm looking forward to Forbidden Door, you know, mainly because I've not got as many matches and as many stupid things that I've committed to doing. Oh my God, you can hear my bloody voice how much is fucked, can't you, really? Valiant there with a pin attempt. There he is, number 30. It's Monty Brown. Who has become a bit of a meme, actually, on Twitter, I've seen. A lot of people, every time someone says, who's it going to be in a wrestling term, it's always Monty Brown that people bring up. And he was actually a pretty decent wrestler. He wasn't the best in the world, don't get me wrong, but... So one of these 7 or so men left? 6? One of these 6 or 7 men is going to go on to win this match. I've got no idea who it's going to be at this point. I mean, if I had my ultimate choice, I would hope for Monty Brown at this point. Jimmy Valiant with a roll-up on Akeem. Only a 1 count. Akeem tripping Valiant back. Only a 1 count. Now it's back again. Only a 1 count. And there's... Oh, Hector Guerrero went for the frog splash. He missed it. McMichael just takes out his knee. So McMichael's now the longest standing man in this match. He entered number 22. Jamal at 24. Hector Guerrero at 26, Akeem at 27, Valiant 29, Monty Brown at 30. Jamal now with a pin on Jimmy Valiant, only a 1 count. Akeem with the power slam. McMichael now gets an elbow right in the face. Monty Brown, German suplexing Jamal, in with a pin he goes for the 1, the 2, no, only a 2 count. Oh, McMichael, please, no. Not another one? No. Hector Guerrero managed to break free. McMichael now gets caught with a dropkick springboarded. Akeem locking in the bear hug on Monty Brown on the outside. Akeem's been busted open in this one. Monty Brown now with Akeem up on the shoulders. I'm not sure what he was going for there. Pop-up Samoan drop by Jamal on Steve McMichael. Hector Guerrero now taking Valiant up in with a brainbuster. Jamal, big splash on McMichael. This has got to be enough to get rid of McMichael now, isn't it? Yes, Jamal gets his 2nd elimination of the match. I mean, I'm right, aren't I? Jamal... When Umaga was Umaga, I wasn't watching a lot at this point in time, but when Umaga, was it ever spoken about that he was Jamal, or was Umaga just a fresh new character they brought onto telly? I've got a feeling it was the second one. I don't think they ever made reference to Jamal being Umaga. I think Umaga was just a brand new concept, which is why we keep them as separates as well. Akeem eliminates Hector Guerrero. And then there were 4. Monty Brown, Jamal, Jimmy Valiant, and Akeem, the African Dream. There's the pin now by Monty Brown on Jamal again. Jamal has a Monty Brown up. There's the power slam. Yeah, we haven't used 3-minute warning as a tag team yet as well, so I'd like to do that at some point in the near future. Jimmy Valiant runs straight into the gut-wrench suplex by Monty Brown. It's mad to think one of these 4 guys are going to win this match. I mean, there wasn't really any massive names. I would have liked, potentially, if I had to pick, I would have liked either Wrath or Canyon to pick up the win, potentially. Wrath or Canyon, I think, would have been the most realistic. I don't know, actually. Terry Taylor's a big name as well. Peter Maivia for his generation, I suppose, might have been a big name. It's difficult to say, isn't it, really? I would like Canyon to win it, actually, in fairness. Valiant, and then a spinning neckbreaker on Monty Brown in the ring. Jamal sends Akeem back in. Monty Brown went for the pounce on Jimmy Valiant and slapped him away. Valiant now taking Monty Brown up. There's the scoop slam. Springs off the ropes. In with the elbow. Valiant now taking Jamal up, and he's going to go for the same again. Yep, the big elbow. Akeem follows up with an elbow of his own. Jimmy Valiant with the pin now on Jamal, and it's gone. Jimmy Valiant with the elimination. And then there were 3. Jimmy Valiant, Akeem, and Monty Brown. Valiant, oh, nice little stack up there on Akeem. Akeem rolls it back. So this is number 27, 29, and 30 left in the match. Please don't stand on the keyboard, Cat. You just cause trouble when you stand on the keyboard. You change settings. God, my throat is rough as God, and I've got to record the women's match still as well. Valiant sending Akeem off the ropes, in with a power slam. There's the pin now for the 1, 2. Only a 2 count. No, Cat, you must not walk on keyboard. No keyboard walking for Cat, please. Valiant gets spun around, big clothesline, and a big clothesline of his own there by Monty Brown on Akeem. Monty Brown now brings Jimmy Valiant back up to a standing base. Valiant's a cool looking wrestler, isn't he? Jimmy Valiant, there's the boot into the face of Monty Brown. Into the corner he goes as Akeem now with a strike. Valiant fighting back with a big elbow. So this is such a long match. I don't know why I do this to myself. Obviously with the new sliders as well, it makes the match a bit more interesting. Valiant now with Monty Brown up on the shoulders. Drops him face first. We've still got one more of these coming today as well. We've still got the women's one before we even get to the bloody pay-per-view. Oh my God. Akeem, stiff clothesline taking down Valiant. Akeem, by the way, random bit of knowledge for you, which doesn't really matter to any of you, but Akeem is somebody who was the most expensive wrestling figure I owned at the time. My dad purchased it for me when I was about 13, 14 years old from a collector's shop. It was the old Hasbro Akeem, and it was quite a rare figure back at that point in time. Even rarer now, I think. Monty Brown with a powerbomb on Akeem. And it could be even rarer in this match. There we go. Monty Brown eliminates Akeem. Oh my God, there's cat hair everywhere now. All over my desk. And then we're on to the final 2 then. Jimmy Valiant versus Monty Brown. Of course, number 29 and number 30. Valiant, boot in the gut, double arm DDT. The Boogie Woogie himself has not gone for the pin though. Now he goes to the pin. Has he left it too long, though? He did. That extra few seconds of just admiring his work rather than going for the pin has just left it too long. Valiant now with Monty up on the shoulders. There's the power slam. There's the pin. And there is the win. No, there's not. Okay. Valiant now dragging Monty Brown away from the corner. And there's the massive pounce by Monty Brown. There's the pin for the 1, the 2. And no, again, it's not enough. Wow. It's madness. Both guys could have won the match there and then. Monty now back in the ring as well. What is the plan? Valiant fights back, taking Monty up on the shoulders. Monty Brown slides free, taking Valiant up into a backdrop. And the pounce again by Monty Brown on Jimmy Valiant. Surely this time it is all over. Boom, there we go. Monty Brown is victorious. Number 30 in the match gets the win. Who saw that coming? With his second elimination as well. Well, there we go. 30 debutants. And it's the big man, Monty Brown himself, who comes out victorious. That was a big match. My throat is absolutely dead and buried now. And I've still got to record one more before I go to bed. Brutal, I tell you. Right. Like, subscribe, and other good stuff, and I will see you again in an hour or so for the women's version of this match. And then we've got the bloody pay-per-view coming up as well. My God, what a day. What a day.